Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. It's been a while. I broadcasted like this from my main studio, but it's always good to see you guys and to have a chance to interact with you. Say this place now, so walk, 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 walk. Uh, I thought some time ago I had retired, but I realized that um, retired but not tired. So you just have to do what you have to do, especially when you see that there is a very very great need for you to step up and try to set the record straight. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this broadcast today. Do me a favor and make sure that you share this video because a lot of people are very very concerned. Some have called me, some have texted me, so I know it's something that people want to they need a guide concerning this. Thank you for life, Esther, for coming on. You're from Houston. Big ups to you. Just do me a favor, click the share button and make sure that we invite people. I'm going to give a chance for people to also call in, and I'm going to call some people that are very, very knowledgeable about what is going on in Nigeria right now. I'm going to talk to them on the phone and get their views. Okay, a lot of people, and you get ready with your questions or your contributions. I'm going to post the number to call. The number is 647-989-2837. Again, 647-989-2837. I know some of you are not watching, but you're listening, so you can get ready to call when we open the lines. So someone called me very early today, one of our respected elders here in Toronto, and he said, Chidi, I don't understand what is going on. There's so much confusion. And I said, why? Why do you think there's so much confusion? First of all, for those of you who do not know, tomorrow is Anambra elections, and Anambra is in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And prior to now, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB group had declared a sit at home that was going to start today and run the whole week up to the 10th. And this was supposed to bring economic activities in the southeast to a halt. But they had also said when they put out this instruction that they have their conditions which they expect for it to be met. And these conditions were that they were summoning all political leaders, all the elders, all the socio-cultural organizations in the southeast, all the governors, religious leaders to Abuja. They were summoning them to Abuja, that they must come and speak with the presidency concerning Nnamdi Kanu's situation. It was only under that condition that they were going to renegotiate their stand. But if not, that the 5-day sit at home was going to commence today. And so there was so much tension. The federal government has been sending all kinds of military personnel, police personnel, all the security forces have been sent to Nigeria. And then it says, Dr. Chidi, hope you have seen or hear from Simon Ekpa. I mean, see his program for yesterday. If I call Simon Ekpa right now, everybody's on the same page. It has been cancelled. You guys, that's the reason why I'm doing this program. I'm doing this program to let people understand that those who are genuinely interested in the freedom struggle in Nigeria, they relate at a level that is beyond what you see on social media. There's actually not too much disagreement. The only thing is that people see things from different perspectives, and it takes maturity for you to be able to, separate things and focus on issues. If you notice, I have not dwelt so much on this person said, that person said. No, 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 no. I didn't dwell so much on that. I was focusing on the important thing, and the most important issue, the most important thing that we all have to focus on is the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is supposed to be our primary concern. And so every other thing about how people feel, who are conspiracy theories about who they say betrayed Nnamdi Kanu, all those ones, they don't matter now. At the right time, the truth will come out. There's no need for people to just be, killing themselves, speculating, calling people's names, trying to kill it. If you want somebody to kill, your enemy is out there now. So why stop fighting each other? So let us start. Let us start the story that is making me come on air today from where we'll start. So after IPOB issued that instruction, the federal government has not rested, and everybody was waiting for a showdown. A lot of political activities started going on in Anambra State. People who do not like the struggle for the actualization of Biafra or the struggle for the freedom of the citizens inside Nigeria, people who do not like that, they twisted the story. They went fishing. Every crime that was committed was by IPOB. Every politically motivated attack on anybody was IPOB. People who were robbing, they tied the Biafran flag. Everywhere something was going wrong, we saw them. Even some people who were killed at the scene of a criminal, at the scene of an armed robbery attack, or some people were trying to kidnap people. When these people were neutralized, let me use that word, they found out that these were actually Fulani people. I'm just saying it the way it is. The video is so gruesome, we cannot show the video. But what does that tell you? That told you that people were now doing things in the guise that they were IPOB, but they were not IPOB. And this kept going on and on and on and on. And so finally, we woke up yesterday to this this instruction by IPOB saying that, okay, now they have cancelled the sit at home. And they tried to make it very, very clear that they never in the first place talked about a cancellation of election. What they had talked about is I'm going to bring the news up for you to see. They had talked about sit at home. This is more like it's like the case of Fomoyele Sowore, when people were accusing Sowore that, oh, you were the one that brought in Jonathan, that you were campaigning for APC. Sowore never campaigned for APC. Sowore was exposing the activities of the Jonathan's government, the activities of his officers, its ministers, and was chronicling all the terrible things that they were doing. And so what APC was doing that time was anything that Sahara reporters wrote against Jonathan, APC just went and copied it and blew a trumpet about it. And so people say that, oh, Showore was working for APC. So now IPOB just said, sit at home. And then people started saying, oh, IPOB said that people should, there will be no election. But of course, some people also felt that there should not be any election in Anambra State. And let me even emphasize on that. Those people who said that, they are not far from the truth, because all the money that they squander, all the money they squander during the elections, all of that money can be put to better use. But people will not put that money to better use. They will use it to organize an election which will not be free and fair. Just a waste of money, and they will install another stooge there and control that stooge from Abuja. So that's why people were saying we're not interested in the election. But the IPOB executive, the IPOB leadership said that their own is election is not our business. We don't care what people are doing with that election. Our own is we want a referendum. We want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. We are not interested in whatever you people are doing in Nigeria. If you want to kill yourself, so you want to appoint governors to each state, it is your state, it is your government, it is your law. We do not care. So what IPOB was saying was, we don't want to be part of it. But remember, I started by telling you that Chike Edozie had demanded that all of those people I mentioned should go to Abuja. And what happened? They actually went to Abuja. The chiefs went, the elders went, political leaders, religious leaders, the southeastern governors came out with a publication. So everybody was interested. And I was telling my friend that, look, we need to be spiritually minded. We need to open our minds and not view what is happening as very, very terrible. Do you understand? They shouldn't see the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the physical. We have to do what we need to do. We have to condemn his kidnap. We have to condemn his rendition. But remember, behind every dark cloud is a silver lining. If you look back to the situation of things before Nnamdi Kanu was abducted, you will notice that, in fact, if you believe in God, you know that God doesn't make mistakes in the first place. So everything that is happening, as long as God is alive, as long as God is sitting on the throne, as long as you allow God to be at the helm of affairs concerning you, you just have to know that He knows what He's doing. At that time, things had heated up so much. And then the situation of Nnamdi Kanu happened. Today, the federal government that was trying to kill him and do this and torture him, you see how they're being very careful with him. Everybody was saying, Nnamdi Kanu, come to Nigeria, come to Nigeria. He ended up in Nigeria. Is he not in Nigeria? Not exactly the way he wanted, not exactly the way we wanted, but he's in Nigeria. Do you understand? And there's a video that I will show you that will make you understand that you need to just watch things from a spiritual angle. Don't just take things on face value. Don't analyze things just because I said it or someone else said it or somebody said it. You just begin to run with. No. Take it, chew it, absorb it, reflect on it. Because things are not just simple like that. You should be someone who thinks deeper. There's a video I will show you. You will see that even people from northern Nigeria, northern elders, have realized, because they too are being killed. You have to understand the cabal, the mafia that is causing the problem in Nigeria is not northern Nigeria. It's not. I have friends who are from northern Nigeria, people I respect, people who have helped me, very good friends of mine, people who are in the same movement with me, who are even Fulanese. I don't have anything against them. They are very responsible, credible human beings, and I love them just as much as they love me. But the people who are causing this problem is a certain group of people, it's a certain class of people who are united in their wickedness. They are the ones who are against the rest of us. They are the ones that are causing trouble. But the northerner, the indigenous people of the north, do not also want the Nigerian Union anymore. So much so that they have gone to court to file a lawsuit. Remember, today I'm trying to break down for you why IPOB canceled the 1 week sit-out, so that you don't just go and you're being frustrated and you're being angry and you're venting your anger all over social media and you're saying somebody disappointed you, somebody betrayed you. Come back, Konowa, come back. Come. You're going too far. Come back. By the time you finish listening to me, you go to bed and you sleep well. Dr. Chidi, thank you so much. So when you now see that even the northern elders are asking for referendum, you will not believe it. You'll be like, no, Chidi, is not true. If I tell you that northern elders have filed a lawsuit in court demanding for referendum, will you believe it? I will play the video for you so that you will understand that everybody has come on board, which is exactly what IPOB set out to do, which is exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set out to do. So IPOB should be proud of itself that this journey it was a journey of awareness. All the preaching, all the radio Biafra preaching, all the television appeal, everything finally worked out because the indigenous people of the north now realize that let them allow everybody to do referendum and decide where they want to go, decide how they want to control their lives. Watch this video and you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is in court. That this lawyer is representing northern elders. So listen to him.
We shall be seeking appropriate remedies to activate that section which is binding on Nigeria in order to ensure that a referendum is conducted. All we need to do is to amend the relevant laws. So we seek judicial order for that purpose. But ultimately, when we get to that bridge, we'll now file our counterclaim and seek proper reliefs. But what is important is that we cannot stand by and watch our fate being determined, because as Abiola said, you cannot shave a man's hair in his absence.
We are not afraid of the...
So the last guy who was talking is not from the southeast, so he is from the north, core north, saying that they want a referendum. Did you ever imagine in your life that a time will come when someone from the north will be saying, we want a referendum? They used to make fun of people from the southeast. Of the Chidi, your Igbo blooder. Say referendum. They used to make fun of that. But now you can see everybody realizes that that is the way to go. So, but the next person who will talk now is somebody from the southeast who is trying to say that they want to be part of what is going on. Listen to him.
Remedies being sought by the northern elders. In fact, it is very, very wonderful that they are the ones now filing this suit, asking the Igbos to exit. Our worry is that they didn't join us. Because when you want to people to make an application that affects a certain group of people, especially as a crucial, sensitive matter of this nature, you ought to join those people whom that kind of decision will affect, either positively or negatively. And that's the reason why my clients, are determined to be joined in this suit in order for the court to hear them. Because what these people are seeking for is capable of shaping the future of the generational people of the Southeast. That's number one. And number two, we have asked this question: why is the federal government afraid of referendum? Why is the federal government of Nigeria afraid of referendum? Referendum is not a call for war. Referendum is a call for peace. Peace. Let people determine where they want to be. When we are properly joined, we hope that the application we are asking for is a very harmless application, just to be joined. And we hope that the court will so do. And when that is done, and believe you me, we will file the necessary things, our own, whatever we have in mind to bring on board. And let the government know that we are for peace. Thank God the people who say we should opt out of this country are the Northern elders.
So you can see that all the agitation is bearing big, huge fruit. The Northern elders are the ones who are saying that they want out of this thing. So good news, very, very good news. There's a lot of victory that has been recorded, and people must not feel, mustn't feel offended when you hear that IPOB has called off the sit at home, or the people who were saying no election in Anambra. Let me show you another video. I told you there is nothing like credible election in Nigeria. You can't trust the election in Nigeria. It's not credible. Do you know that they imported people, lots of people who are going to come and people started moving into Anambra State from when? I know some of you will say, oh, Chidi, do you know maybe they are INEC workers? Which kind of INEC workers? Which kind of INEC workers? When I show you these people, you tell me whether they look like INEC workers. These people have been flooding Anambra State, in different buses. And what are they coming to do? Your guess is as good as mine. They are not coming there to sell crayfish. No. Somebody brought them in. Why were they brought in? Are you asking me or are you telling me? Okay. Let's watch the video and then we'll come back and talk about it. You will see why you cannot trust election. You can't trust any election. Not with these people in power. There's nobody that they bring in that will not perform like them. Watch this video. Some people say, no, it's INEC workers. I'll just leave that story there. I won't even go any further. And so many other things that have been going on. You saw the people have been distributing money openly. They were not even hiding it. They were distributing money, standing and giving people money. Just giving people money openly, sharing rice. The same old thing that we saw was just repeating itself. So that's why you can't trust them. They cannot be trusted. You don't learn a new trick in your old age. This is something they are used to. This is who they are. They will never change at all. So that's why people say, don't vote for them. These guys are just criminal in nature. You know how that song, Naughty by Nature. These ones are criminal by nature. So let's go back to the 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 the, the letter by Ma Powerful that made the whole election thing, sit at home, come to an end. Okay, let's go back to it and then we'll analyze it and I'll be able to let you guys call in and tell me what you think about it. So I'm going to go to Sahara Reporters and read what Sahara Reporters put up about this thing because Sahara Reporters is one news outlet that you can trust. When people speak without fear, trust them, trust their credibility. So this is what Sahara Reporters has to say about this. I know most of you have already read it. It says the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB has cancelled its proposed 1 week sit-at-home order across the southeast region. The group said the order was called off following its consultations with elders, traditional and religious leaders from the southeast. You see just what I was saying, that it was because of these consultations that made them cancel this sit-at-home. And let's go further. It says, this was made known in a statement issued on Thursday yesterday by the IPOB spokesperson, Emma Powerful. The group earlier said the sit-at-home exercise across the southeastern part of Nigeria, commencing from the eve of Anambra election, which would have been today, will hold. Now, IPOB stated that the only option to avert the sit-at-home, this was before, is if President Muhammadu Buhari's government releases Kano on or before November 4th. According to Powerful, following the genuine intervention of our elders, esteemed traditional institutions, rulers, and religious leaders, and after due consideration of the positive impact of their agreement and sequel to the fact that our elders have spoken in our terms, the leadership of IPOB hereby and immediately call off the 1 week sit-at-home earlier declared to commence tomorrow, November 5th to December 10, 2021. We have equally considered several appeals by our mothers who earn their living based on their daily economic activities. And they went down, let me go down there. It says, credible information, intelligence available to us confirm that the Nigeria DSS has concluded arrangements to deploy a branch of their trained terrorist group to Anambra State come Saturday to unleash mayhem on our people and attribute the killing to peaceful IPOB members. Anambrans should vote and stand by to protect their votes. No rigging of any kind will be tolerated. All those ones, that one is for me, the letter finished where it says they want to attribute the killing to peaceful IPOB members. That is truly in order. And for me, this is IPOB operating at another level, at a more advanced level. You cannot present yourself as a group that has no room for negotiation, that has no room for listening, that has no room for taking advice. Their action has shown they have opened themselves to consultation, to advice, to negotiation, and that is very good. That is how human beings behave. That's how human beings relate. And it was wisdom that made them realize what a lot of people have already seen, because it has already started happening. People will go and steal and they will wear IPOB cloth. People will go and rob, they will wear IPOB cloth. People will kidnap, they will wear IPOB cloth. They will go and take things forcefully from market. You know those days when they were saying that some ESM people were going to take food from market women and take petrol. That remember, Anambra came and said, no, ESN people are disciplined. They can never do that. Until you saw that video of the Biafran, what they call themselves, Biafran National Guard. It has nothing to do with IPOB. And you saw them taking fuel and not paying for it. Then walking into the supermarket in the filling station, taking water and not paying for it. All these are things that have already started discrediting IPOB. And I think they achieved their aim. Politicians reduced their activity during this political campaign period. No. You don't just get up and begin to do campaign in Anambra State. You don't just get up and begin to parade yourself. That single statement by IPOB put a lot of things in check, and I think IPOB should be proud of that. So I think it was wisdom that made them cancel this sit at home. Let me tell you why. Because if the sit at home was still going on, people, which you already know, as I know, acting under the directive of this same federal government of Nigeria, they will come out, sponsored by APC. They will go and start unleashing mayhem everywhere. They'll start shooting guns in the air in any area that they think their opponents will win, because it's APC. See, what APC will do in this election, you don't know. I've been saying this prediction. First of all, if you've been watching my program, I told you this election will hold. It's holding. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, APGA will win. But the federal government will do everything to make sure that APC wins. But you see, we were not concerned because we know that everything is a farce, it's fake. It's something that is already finished and written. They've finished the election since. It's not worth anybody coming to stand in the sun. But IPOB has positioned themselves to say, even when we do the referendum and get what we want, we're still going to be a democratic society. We're still going to be a society that believes in democracy. Igbo people are very, very democratic. People of the Southeast, Biafran people are very democratic in nature. Of course, they are also Republicans. It's all very confusing. But by doing that, they have said, no, we are not obstructing the political activity or the political system that's going on. We are not obstructing it. Go and do your voting. We just don't want to get involved because we know it is a wasted effort. What we want is give us Biafra. Continue doing your vote. Whoever wants to vote, go and vote. Vote and defend just giving them advice. If you want to go and vote and defend your votes. Because definitely you want to steal your vote. So that is my take on it. It was a very good thing that they did. It was worthy of emulation. Okay. And I see somebody who's been writing here, you can't trust the election and yet your DOS is asking people to go out and vote. So, I always give 1 minute to appreciate and recognize the people who come here from the DSS, from APC, from Army Defense Headquarters, all of you, from SSS, the police, all of you that come here. Let me pause and recognize you. Please touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, how did you know that I'm here? It's okay, we won't tell your guy, and I won't mention your name. So just stay there and enjoy yourself. Chidozie Onyemelokwe, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your $9.99 donation. Susan says, Thomas Jefferson says, when justice becomes law, rebellion, aka revolution, not fraudulent election, becomes duty. We are fighting a war. Do not be demoralized. Don't think what election is just one tiny speck of the whole thing. Just let it come and go. It's just it does not change anything. Because it is still the people at the head in Abuja that are in Abuja. They manipulate everything, they control everything. Whether Abga wins, so they will still be manipulated from Abuja. Whether PDP wins, so they will still be manipulated in Abuja. Whether APC wins, they'll be manipulated in Abuja. But I can assure you, APC is ready to do everything humanly possible to make sure that they win this election. I told somebody I was going to call them to get this is an inside person IPOD. So I said I was going to call them to get what is their impression about this cancellation of the sit at home by IPOB. It's been a long time. I hope he's not busy. Okay, maybe he is busy now. I told him I was going to call him into my show. He is the coordinator, the national coordinator of IPOB here in Canada, in the whole of Canada, of Chief Ogoke. I hope he is is still available. Chief Ogoke.
Yes.
Nwata kwacha. Thank you, Chief. I know you're a very busy man. I wasn't even sure whether you still be available, but thank you for picking my call. You're live on WMTV, and we're discussing why IPOB canceled the 1 week sit at home. I know that as the national coordinator of IPOB in the whole of Canada, that you have inside information. So I just wanted to, let you talk to our viewers and let us understand what exactly is going on and why IPOB canceled the 1 week sit at home.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Chidi. As a principal servant of IPOB in Canada, I'm privileged. All our effort is to see that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is released unconditional because of the international rendition Nigerian government perpetuated with the conniving of Kenya government. Our struggle, as we all know, is for the freedom of Biafra. And it's under the control of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our national leader. Whatever we do is in consonance with his directives. DOF is directly under the control of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the DOS don't do anything without his instruction. It was his instruction that we gave a mandate to Igbo leaders and religious leaders, which they acted swiftly. And the information got back to DOS, and we relayed it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he gave instruction. If they are honest for making such attempts, that means they have the sympathy of the Biafrans. So, on his directives, we are giving the people of Biafran leaders, religious leaders, or Hanesi, the benefit of doubt.
So the question I want to ask you now, because even though it was the DSS that announced it through Emma Powerful, you're saying that this was a directive directly from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's because the reason why we keep emphasizing on this is that I've heard when people will say that, oh, we will not do anything except we hear it directly from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So we can boldly say that this instruction came directly from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
There's no two ways about it. You see, the problem we keep on having is we can't be holier than thou. We can't be heavenly conscious and earthly useless. Somebody cannot say that he believes in God and do not believe in Jesus Christ. Mazin Namdekalo is our supreme leader. Today, his deputy is Mazin Chika Edozie, whom Mazin Namdekalo speak to him through our legal councils. Nobody sees Mazin Namdekalo except the legal council, whom he transmits message directly to Chika Edozie. Chika Edozie will now discuss it with DOS. DOS is comprising a lot of people all over the world of IPO. So why will you doubt what DOS have said? Anybody doubting it, do you speak to Namdekalo? Do anyone speak to him, if not through intermediary, which happens to be our legal teams? And you say you believe in Namdekalo, you are fighting for Namdekalo release. And you cannot take simple instruction from the same Namdekalo you are claiming you are fighting for. That is hypocrisy. That person has a different agenda.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chief. Thank you very, very much. I always trust when I get information from you, and thank you for all the good job that you do in Canada and how you've tried to hold Canada together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Chidi, for having me on your program.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, guys, you heard it, as they will say, from the horse's mouth, this time from the chief's mouth. Chief Collins Ogoke, as I told you, he is the national coordinator of the IPOB here in Canada. He's the closest person that they have here in Canada when it comes. He's the highest person when it comes to leadership of IPOB here in Canada. So there you have it. The instruction came from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he has made his point. He has made his mark. There is only a fool who will say that, oh, it's inconsequential. His ranting does not. No. His ranting has power, and he has made great impact amongst the people. So tomorrow, like we said, there's going to be voting. We don't trust that voting in Anambra State. They will rig, they will carry ballot, they will do. And then the government of the day is planning their own serious thing that you do not know, because the person who is running for governorship in Anambra State under APC is a very dubious person, someone who kidnapped the former governor of the state by himself. That the money they are giving to the states, the agreement is that they should give him a certain percentage, but they didn't give him. So he got angry and kidnapped the governor of the state. That is the person who is right now running for governor of APC. They have promised the president that they will do everything to make sure that they deliver Anambra State. Somebody asked a question. Rashid, I hope Anambra is safe. What are we hearing about 4 policemen killed by unknown gunmen? This is what the government has planned, but it will not work. It will not work. ESN is not involved in what is going on. Unknown gunmen is unknown gunmen. IPOB is not involved. When you say unknown gunmen, that is from 0 to infinity. Unknown gunmen can be anybody. Armed robber that went and shot people, it's unknown gunmen now. Somebody that slapped somebody in the market and ran away, it's an unknown person. If they carry gun, whether it be local gun or automatic rifle, or, they are unknown gunmen. Just like when somebody hit a car, what do they say? They say that person is hit by an unknown driver. How come? It's just like you saying that every unknown driver is a Kenedichukwu driver, or every unknown driver is one Uber driver, is Uber. Every person that carries somebody from the airport and maybe takes them to somewhere, robs them, as long as it's not a painted taxi, it means it is Uber. Why don't people say that? Why don't people say that every car that is not painted, that is involved in anything, that car is Uber? Why? But every time there's a criminal activity, you say, oh, that criminal activity is unknown gunmen. Okay, it's unknown gunmen now, but when did unknown gunmen become ESN? Why do you give a dog a bad name because you want to kill it? Eh? This Chidozie Onyemelukwe, you are really pumping me up today. It says, Mazna Mekano says, those attacking ESN funding has hurt him more than the zoo. By their fruits we shall know them. Do you hear that? Did you hear that? I am surprised when people saw the video. You saw the video of some people wearing army uniform and attacking a village in Igbo land. I say, shame on the people who have called me and said, Chidi, stop. A friend called me and said, Chidi, you are part of the people causing the problem. You people go and claim that Fulani headsmen are in Enugu State and in the states of the southeast. That there is no, they say we live here now. That thing is a lie. The same people sent me the video when they were shooting up the village. I was laughing. I was like, why are you showing me the video? Shebi, you told me there was nothing like that. Shebi, you told me that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made up the story. But you're showing me somebody, hey, oh man, that thing enter my bone. In Igbo land, somebody was boldly shooting automatic rifle. Fear not even catch them. They didn't even come in the night. Boldly at Ogo. It's not far away. Boldly. They were shooting that thing. You could hear that thing is not, it's not like a pistol that sounds toa toa or machine gun that thing goes do, 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 do. You will hear it from a far distance. You will hear that thing. You see the bullet that thing shoots. That thing that man is carrying is actually supposed to be mounted on a truck. It's not something that you carry about. It's supposed to be mounted on a truck. That's why it's so heavy. That thing shoots little bombs, not be bullet. If you see any bullet if you see the hole that bullet makes, you will understand. It makes a hole as if somebody used one big, like a big chest pointed chisel, and they just bang the hole through it. That's how it doesn't. Bullet goes through neatly. That just goes boom, goes through something. So you get it now. You're complaining. When they were building up ESN, training ESN, and ESN was in the bush trying to clear the bush, all of you came and said, no, why did they bring ESN? He has committed an abomination. It should not be. Why? Why did he bring ESN? ESN is terrible. ESN is doing this, ESN is doing that. You think if ESN was there, those people will go free? Princess Terry, he said it was tra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. No, tra-ta-ta-ta-ta is the sound of machine gun. This one is boom, 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 pa 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 pa, kidding, 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 that one, that ta 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 ta, ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta is like machine gun now. Automatic. When you put machine gun in automatic, yeah, ta 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 ta. This one, that's how this one was sounding. And I say, where is ESN? You think if ESN was there, those people will attempt that thing? They will not. After the attack, they will follow them. They will follow them. Where would they run to? Ogwa. Where would you run to? You either follow express now, you follow local road. How far can you go? How far? They know where all this. Use waiting. Send a drone up and you see the person. In less than 5 minutes, you see the person's location. I'm telling you, but nothing happened. So, unknown gunmen, unknown gunmen. Thank God that IPOB called off their sit at home. They have not given any instruction. They have washed their hands. So anything that is happening tomorrow, do not call IPOB into it. IPOB is not part of it. It is a very wise decision that they took. You that you think is a very wrong decision, okay, no problem. You're there abroad thinking it's a wrong decision. The people that are facing the thing that's how when we in Revolution Now movement, when we are planning a protest, some people say, Chidi, this protest people are planning. Why are you not doing it with your head? Why are you doing it with your hand? What of your leg? Why are you not using motor? Why are you not doing this? Why didn't you only printed placard? Why didn't you print banner? All that thing you're talking. It is people's picking that will go and face the police, knowing that they'll be tear gas, knowing they'll be beaten, knowing they'll be arrested. They will still go to the barricade and face that kind of treatment. And you are abroad analyzing, telling them what to do. Mazifine says, Dr. Mazichidi, you have really stood out impeccable in this struggle. Despite the absence of MNK, you remain resolute. More of God's grace upon your life. Our destination is Biafra and nothing more. I'm telling you, no, Ray Power, IPOB is not on autopilot at all. DOS is not a fraud at all, at all. You see, people like me, we are not moved by all of this. No, we are not moved. We are not moved at all. For where we are not moved. We know what is going on. Let me explain to you what's going on. Now, let me explain to you this. I've heard this autopilot a lot. And I try not to put my mouth in all of those things. Do you know why? Because everybody in every family, there are issues, there are problems. And it is a known battle strategy that in a battle, the biggest trophy you aim for is the leader. The biggest person you want to take out is the leader. Just like in chess, you want to take out the king. That is a known strategy. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Why are we deceiving ourselves? So we came after Buhari. In Revolution Now, we say Buhari must go. We don't care about any other person. It's Buhari we know. In IPOB, we say Buhari and his government, they are the ones that we attack every day. Because we know that if we dismantle the head, we have literally won the war. So the federal government went after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because in that strategy, when you are able to dismantle the head, when you are able to cause a little bit of imbalance in the head, the rest of the body will have a major problem. So it's a matter of between you and your opponent who makes the first move. And you have to be a very intelligent, wise person to know when to tell yourself the truth. And the truth right now is that they got the man at the head. They got Nnamdi Kanu. It is not a secret. It's not something you say, I'm believing God that they're not holding Nnamdi Kanu. You believe God from today to tomorrow. Nnamdi Kanu is being held at DSS. It's a known fact. So once you get the head, there will be trouble. Of course, there will be trouble. People will say things they don't know. People will accuse each other. Before you even knew what is happening, they say it's Carolino that went and deceived Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And she went there. They say, no, it's one woman in Kenya. They say, no, it's his friend. Who is that person that went to meet him? Oh, no. Cancellation, Nnamdi Kanu's brother is, Chinasa. There's so many. DOS. oh, Simon Ekpa, oh, this other person, oh, even some people, because they were not calling their name into the thing, they were not happy. Some people went and started saying things so that they will get their own recognition. Of course, some of them were ignored and they kept quiet. Some will say, play this audio that I am sending to you. Please, everybody listen to this order that is important and share it to everybody as soon as you hear this message. May the Lord bless you in Jesus' name. Amen. Now, this message is what I just heard that message right now. That they'll just say one nonsense. I don't know what makes people think that once you make an audio tape, we must listen to it and we must share. No, we don't. First, I think it was Shora I was talking with, and he was telling me that I was telling him a video I watched. Somebody was talking about him, and I said, "Why didn't you respond to the man?" He said, "No. I responded. Now I responded in the middle of the video." I said, "Oh, you responded?" I didn't watch the video more than 2 minutes. Once the man started talking, I cut off. I couldn't watch again. So the same thing happens to all these videos that you guys are sending to me. Once the video starts with the person saying, this is a very important message. This message, you have to share it to everybody. It's very important, and this thing is happening right now. This message is for Biafra people. I just tune you off. So stop doing that kind of thing. Let me read this. And if you want to call, please give me a call. It's 647-989-2837. And you can make your own contribution. Okay? Someone says, Chidi, the streets are militarized with over 34K armed men. That's their business. That's their business. Anything they want to do, let them do. Let the election come and go. It's a day. We shouldn't get involved. We should not get involved at all. Our business, you see, what DSS did, IPOB DOS, what they did is a master stroke for me. Very beautiful master stroke, because the federal government was not expecting it. The federal government was ready for a showdown. They just did their own and just left. Just left the federal government confused. How do I use the super sticker, Dr. Chidi? I'm in Dubai, but I can't see the option. Okay, maybe you're using your mobile phone, but the super sticker is there. It's $1 sign. You just click on it. I'm telling you. So it was a master stroke. It was a very, very good thing that DOS did, because now the federal government, whatever they are doing, the people that want to rig the election, the people that want to shoot up the whole place, the people that are looking for who they kill, they will all be playing in that arena, and IPOB will not be part of it. If you want to go and contest the election, now you sabi. If you want to go and do voting, now you sabi. Nobody send you. If you go there, anything happen, now you sabi. We have a call on WhatsApp. I hope nobody cuts you up. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning from your side, my brother.
I want
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You need to speak up louder.
the streets of Anambra
Good.
is filled with so much army. Okay, I have some friends in Hiala and other places I'm talking to. Now, I think it would have been safer if the sit at home was in place so that people can stay at home. But when you take the sit at home off, then you ask people to come on the street, maybe probably to go and vote and other things like that. And that is where people will get attacked. You understand me? If everybody's
No. Let me explain. No, my brother. That's the reason why I am doing this program. Now, let me do this exercise with you, okay? Do you know that it's been a long time that DOS called off the sit at home, the Monday sit at home? It's been a long time they called it off, right? Did it stop? Did it stop?
No, people still went ahead to sit at home.
Exactly. It didn't stop. Now, let me tell you something. Why I said they play the master stroke. You have to look at things from the legal perspective. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu is within these people's clutch now. You know that very well. He is in their court. He is in their dungeon now. So, as we speak right now, they have a little bit of the upper hand. It is like a game of chess. Now that DOS has said the sit at home is lifted, they are not forcing anybody to go out. Did they force anybody to go out? Did they force anybody? Answer me now, my brother.
No, I don't think so.
They didn't force anybody. Okay, we are intelligent people now. So nobody forced you to go out. Now, if you get up and you go and something happens to you, will you say it is because DOS lifted the sit at home? No.
That can be.
Because no, but why would you say that? You see, it's like somebody that wants to commit suicide and say it is me that told them to go and put the neck over the rope over their neck. This struggle has gone beyond IPOB. It is now the people that are deciding what they want to do, but other people want to rope IPOB into so many things. They've already planned these things for them. If IPOB continued with the sit at home, every other thing that happens will be attributed because it is an active instruction. If somebody went to vote and some people caught that person and stopped them from voting and beat them up, who would they say stop them? Answer.
IPOB anyway.
Good. If somebody went somewhere and shot somebody and say no election in Anambra State, but meanwhile it's just a political opponent, who would they say kill that person?
Of course, IPOB.
So now that IPOB called off the sit at home, but you know that these politicians, they are still going to attack each other. They are still going to do anything. Will anybody now come and say that it is IPOB? No.
They will still say it. That is the thing.
But
they will still say it.
But if they say it, officially speaking, you have see, there's nobody that is mumu. Right now, everybody has been advised to use their brain. So when cars are passing now, the most you can tell people is, come on, you put a sign saying, be careful, this is express, so if you run across, a car can kill you. Do you understand? But you're not going to say that whoever goes to the express and the car kills them, they say, oh, why didn't you tell me not to pass through the express? No, I can't tell you not to cross the express. I will just tell you about the dangers that are there. And what IPOB has tried to do is to expose everything as much as possible. Now, the Kanu has preached and preached and preached and said, these people are criminals, these people are this, these people are F. There is nobody that doesn't know. So why? It is ridiculous for somebody to say, oh, because you lifted the sit at home now you're telling me to go and vote. What if you should have told me to sit at home so that I will sit at home? But now that you say I should not sit at home, that means I must go and vote. Does it make sense?
It's okay. I just pray that our people use their sense and stay back home and be safe.
Exactly. Now you're talking. Our people are smart.
Because it's going to be very bloody. It is going to be very bloody. When they kidnap girls from Dabshi and Chibok, there was no time 36,000 or 34,000 military men, police, armed were sent after kidnappers. You understand?
So you see, this is the country that you have. See, somebody is here saying, no election in Anambra State, shame on the quacky DOS, stupid. You see, people talk like this. Where is this person now? Ask him where he is. He's not even in Nigeria. He's not in Nigeria. How are you going to enforce it?
People are angry. Okay?
Let them be angry. See, no, my brother. See, I don't like it.
Instruction. Even though people know what they want, people know what they want to do. But people still want a figurehead, an instruction coming from the top.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you this. No. Let me ask you this question. And this is where I get very, very frustrated with people. I have a son. I have a daughter. Okay. My duty to them is to keep on training them. I've trained them to a point now where they can wake up and go to school on their own. And I am proud of that. I will not be happy that at their age, at 9 and 11, they have to wait for me to tell them to carry food up. Or yeah, hold food. Can I open your mouth? Put the food in your mouth now, not in your nose. Say, Daddy, but you didn't tell me now. That's why I put it in my nose. Say, no, people are Chidi, your son is upset. Why? Because he needed you to tell him where to put the food. That's what you're telling me. No, my duty is I need to see that I can sit back and my son knows exactly what to do. Why? Because I have trained them well. If at this point in time, the people who have been listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for so long will not read in between the lines, Igbo people say na atụọlụ nwata inu kọwalị anyị ma na ego eji wee nụ nna ya ego eji wee nụ nne ya na n'iyi. There are things that cannot be said in black and white, but people should use their senses. Now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is locked up in a... Okay, if those people... let them go and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Why are you talking about? Go to Abuja and bust the place open now and remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why are you on Facebook and complaining about DOS? Why are you saying election will not hold it? And how are you going to stop the election? And how? You have 34,000 military men on the road. Do you have 34,000 IPOB members? Who kitted the military? Can you face them?
That is the thing. That is why people should stay away from the streets.
Yeah, but it's not. Nobody is forcing them.
So that we don't have casualties.
So, but
everybody who get killed.
Exactly.
Everybody who get killed now, it's IPOB.
No. You cannot say that. You see, that's where anybody see.
No, the media will say it, and you know it.
So why are you contradicting yourself now? Anybody that goes out,
the media will say whatever happens today. The Nigerian media will look for how to put it on IPOB. That one we all know.
Exactly. So what? See, when they say the man who is surrounded by enemies, he's very, very careful about how he lives his life. Whatever decision you're taking right now, you have to take that decision based on your situation. The kind of decisions that IPOB was taking when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in London, do you expect it to be exactly the kind of decision they should be taking right now that Nnamdi Kanu is locked up in a DSS cell? Are you expecting it to be the same thing? You tell me. Can it be the same?
It can't be the same.
It cannot be the same now, and it is only maturity and wisdom that makes you act the way you act. You don't like Nigeria. We don't believe in Nigeria. We hate one Nigeria. Nigeria is a fraud. But is it not in a Nigerian court that they are bringing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What can you do about that? Nothing. The military, the police, the DSS that hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu right now, what can you do about it? Bloody nothing. They brought him to court. Could you release him from there? No, he couldn't even come near. Do you want somebody to tell you this before you realize it? You don't need anybody to tell. It is maturity that lets you understand the situation that you are, and then you act accordingly. That is what makes a man. Look, let me tell you something. Asina nkuchaburo that you step back sometimes does not mean that you are a fool. It does not mean that you are a coward. Do you know that? Sometimes you pull back and re-strategize and move forward. Let me take another call. Somebody has been trying to call me. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for calling. Thank you. Yes.
Hello, Dr. Chid.
Yes, my brother.
Thank you so much. This is Ken calling from the US. I just want to make a contribution to your program.
Go ahead,
First
my
of
brother.
all,
Go ahead.
I have watched so many platforms talking about this DOS statement, and you stand unique among all of them. Why I'm
Thank you.
saying this is this: a good negotiator should be sensitive and know exactly when to strike the game, when to bury the deal, when to be
Yes.
submissive.
Yes.
DOS did a strategic job
Yes.
that it takes a very critical thinking man to understand the impact of what he has done.
Yes.
This guy has been able to stretch these people.
Yes. Confusion. Confusion.
Has sent the message across to the extent that traditional rulers, the clergy, even the politicians,
yes, summon them to Abuja.
Almost one language. They are now speaking almost one language. Tell me, since this struggle started, who among of them has been able to come and say something boldly in favor of Ipob, organization? But today, many of them have started saying something. Let me tell you something that this statement has achieved. The DOS and his leadership members, they have been able to secure the commitment of the elite in Southeast. This decision they took is very, very strategic. They have been able to secure the commitment of these guys, because tomorrow, then the IPOB will now go to ransom to say, hey, you guys had a conversation with us, did some consultations, pleaded with us, looked into everything, and we have shown respect by calling it off. And that what people should understand is that there are many ways to kill Alibaba. We have political strategy, we have diplomacy, diplomatic strategy. We also have legal strategy.
Exactly.
You must put everything at work. You don't know that's going to work.
Exactly.
These guys have come to say that they want to use political means to see how they can secure Nandigalo come out. Everything that can be done to secure his freedom must do it. That's the simple truth.
Thank you so
they
much.
Have said they want to be political, they want to do, and if you don't stand with the 100%, you have to shift ground a little bit. You have to shift ground a little bit.
Let me even tell you. Let me even tell you something.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
They did not say the election will not go. What they said, people sit at home. We want our leader to come out. They never said no election will go. But now, because they know the impact of the destruction, and today, you want to hold them ransom to say, oh, what happened in the election is Ipob because they gave destruction. Now they have come to say election should go. We didn't say anything like that. So people should want to go and vote. They have strategically exonerated from themselves for any impending doom that will happen, and they will target IPO. And at the same time, they have secured the commitment of leaders of Southeast to now embark on that political solution. So I want our people to understand that you have to use number 6. Everything is all about Iba. You have to be strategic. I listen to someone that is doing very well, but sometimes you don't go straight forward in everything. Sometimes you have to reverse a little bit and think critically. What are our options?
My brother,
you have to use legal, you have to use diplomacy, you have to use political, even social cultural.
You've said it all. You've said it all. Thank you very much.
I'll hold you much, but that's my own contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You see, you made some important facts. You see, people will just stay online and rant and say whatever they like. Yes, it's a free world. You can say anything you like. But if you stand there and say, no, we must go there, the same people, you watch when Nnamdi Kanu comes to court. These same people, they can't even come close. Nobody could even wear IPOB cloth in that courtroom. I mean, doesn't that tell you something? Okay, why don't you say that, no, they will never try him in a Nigerian court? You couldn't do that either. So the statement you make is that you have to be strategic, analyze your options, and be very, very wise to know which one to employ. When they called for this, it was a threat to so many people. Everything was paralyzed, and they knew the point to be able to call it off. That is what happens when people are negotiating. That's when people are playing this kind of game, because everything boils down to negotiation. What cards do you have? You bring it on the table. And so I agree with you. Thank you so much for your contribution, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
So when people are saying no election in Anambra State, yeah, so it's good to say no election in Anambra State, but I know these same people have not shown you the strategy for stopping the election in Anambra State. Are you just going to go and blow up everywhere? Or you think just by mere saying people should sit at home, election will not hold? No, election will still hold, even if you sit at home. And that's what I kept saying. At that time, I wasn't even saying call it off or do not call it off, but I was trying to expand all these options to let you understand that even if you say people sit at home and people sit at home, election will still hold. Even with two people, they will still declare either APC winner, or if another party wins, they'll wait till they get to Abuja. Go and write it down somewhere. Concerning this political thing, there's no way APC will leave Anambra State. This time around, it will dey like this for APGA, because they're not going to use the normal way. So what they're doing is different. Yes, Emma Powerful said people should go and vote. They are trying to loosen up every string. They are washing their hands completely. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? They are washing their hands completely. But you people said you called off the seat at home, but you're still against election. Let me ask you, you are a group that is negotiating for referendum. You're negotiating for the right to create a new nation. Don't you know that the people that you want to listen to you are people who are guided by certain principles? If the whole world government isolates you, you cannot survive. And if you want to be accepted by these people, if you want to do things with them, you must make sure that you are actually working with them. And so you must present yourself as somebody who believes in democracy. So when you have said, oh, there will not be any seat at home, fine. But they will tell you that you are opposing democracy. Then you now say, no, people should go and vote. Oh, please go and vote and defend your vote. That is you washing your hands off. So there is no point by which they can hold you down. That is exactly what is happening. Okay, so please, guys, I just came here to try to explain what is happening. Me, I try to bring peace. Everybody, see DOS, when it comes to this issue, I'm 100% with them. They did well. They played their card very well. Remember, it's because the option that we are choosing now, when I say we, I mean all supporters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is the only viable option. That's why you are in court. If you want to do gidi 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 gara gara gara, you will not be in court now. How come you're paying a lawyer to go and defend Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How come you wait until the day they want to bring him to court before they bring him to court? That's because you understand that there are times when, even though you do not like the system, even though you do not like the options that you are left with, but that is what you are left with, and so you just have to do it. All right, my people. I enjoyed being with you to talk to you like this, because it's been quite some time. I still have to run along and go and do some work for today. But thank you so much for being here. It's okay. You can disagree with me. You can disagree with DOS. You can remain angry. It's your right. You can be throwing tantrums. You can go online and write it. It's your right. Do all that. Okay. But it is what it is, as they will say. Okay. I'll see you guys very soon. And on behalf of Dr. Erica and every member of our crew, my name is Dr. Chidi. I love you guys. Take care till I see you very soon. And please stay safe. Stay safe if you're in Anambra. Don't wait for what anybody tells you to do. Use your own brain. That's why you have brain. You are why I use your able sense now. Abba, why would you be saying that somebody didn't tell you to vote, so you didn't vote? Somebody told me to vote, so I voted. Somebody told me to sit, I sat. Somebody told me to stand, I stand. No. Do what your mind tells you to do. Leave those other people. They are doing their job. All right. See you guys. Bye bye.